Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are keeping well and staying healthy. Students, today we are going to study Hornbill book chapter The Ailing Planet, The Green Movement Role by Nani Palkiwala. We shall cover up, student, the first part of this chapter in today's video only. But first of all, let us know something about the author. The student author is Nana Bhoy Nani Ardishir Palkiwala, who was born in 1920 in a Parsi family in Bombay. The student, his family vocation was manufacturing palanquins. The students, he received his education in Bombay at Masters Tutorial High School and later at St. Xavier's College only. The author, Nani Palkiwala, actually was a multifaceted personality, an eminent lawyer, an economist, a towering intellectual, a distinguished ambassador, a champion of civil rights, and above all, a great humanist. So, let us see what is there in this chapter today, students. Student, the chapter focuses on factors that are responsible for the declining health of the earth. Student, this chapter actually was originally an article by Nani Palkiwala, which was published in the newspaper The Indian Express on November 23, 1994 only. So, student, this in this chapter, the writer raises an issue towards the deteriorating health of the earth. Actually, as human beings have been exploiting natural resources from decades, presently, student, the condition has made the environment critical. So, student, the writer discusses here the green movement, how a zoo in Zambia declared human beings as world's most dangerous animal, and the writer also focuses on students overpopulation, deforestation, and what should be our responsibility towards the environment. So let us see what is there in this chapter. Student, the green movement actually, which started nearly 25 years ago from 1994, spread so quickly in world history. The world's first nationwide Green Party was founded in New Zealand in 1972. Student, from some time, our views have shifted now from seeing Earth and its resources as irreversible to complete opposite. Now our views about the earth has become holistic. Student, we now understand that our resources need to converse for conserve for future generations. Students, Copernicus taught mankind how the earth and other planets revolve around the sun, and it was a complete change which evolved human perception. Student, now the earth is seen as a living organism of which we are an integral part. Student, earth has its own metabolism and vital needs which humans should respect and preserve. Earth now, student, is like a patient whose health is declining, as we as human beings are now realizing our duty to be good managers of the planet and to be responsible trustees to conserve the environment, students, so that we can pass a legacy to future generations. Student, one development is called sustainable development. It got popularized in the year 1987 by the World Commission on Environment and Development. Student, in the report, sustainable development is termed as a type of development that meets, on one hand, it meets the needs of the present generation without or without wasting or without compromising with natural resources so that future generations can meet their needs. And a student, there is a cage in a cage in a zoo. There is a zoo, and in the zoo, one cage is there. So in a cage in a zoo in Lusaka, Zambia, there reads a notice. A notice is there, and the world's most dangerous animal. And a student inside the cage is inside the cage there is a mirror that depicted that humans are the world's most dangerous animals. So, with the efforts of new agencies in the world, now students, humans are seen as the most dangerous animals. Yes, they have realized the importance of shifting to a new system based on partnership. Students, humans now share the earth with about 1.4 million living species according to the classification of scientists. And biologists calculate that there are still millions of other species, students, which are yet not classified due to their weakness or due to the lack of knowledge about them, students. Brand Commission was one of the early international commissions who dealt with questions of ecology and environment. A student, they commissioned Mr. L.K. Jha as one of their commission members who was an Indian citizen. So, student, his first report raised a question that we are going to leave a burnt planet with arid deserts, poor landscape, and a poor environment for our future generations. So this was a question raised by this Brand Commission only. So student, what happens is there are four actually principal biological systems that form the foundation of the global economic system according to the book by Lacey R. Brown, The Global Economic Prospects. Fisheries, grasslands, forests, and croplands. Student, these four systems are for, for these four biological systems are number one fisheries, number two grasslands, number three forest, number three croplands, and number four forest only. So what do they do? These four systems, student, provide food and raw material for industry, except for mineral and synthetics only. So student, up to here only we will study in today's chapter. In the next part, we will cover up the later part of the chapter. Thank you, class.